here at the beginning of the 21st century, we need to start paying more attention to the context in which we live. I think for too long, how we consume foods and so much of what we consume in modern America, that we've forgotten that there are consequences to that, that there are hidden costs that we don't know about. In terms of the environment, you know, agricultural pollution is the biggest source of water pollution in America, and yet, of course, we don't think about that at all. And so I think we need to start making connections between what we do and how it affects the rest of the earth. And eating well is just a great way to start doing that. The reason that I chose history to try to maybe think about this is because I found it was interesting to help people understand that what we know about our foods actually changes through time, that it's not just a static thing that you would know, one set of things about your foods. And I think by looking at the stories of history, we can get this different perspective that can empower us and make us just perhaps start to think differently about what we know, that it can be different, that there's more out there possibly to know, that there's more to think about.
How are you?
Not too bad.
What we got today?
More and more people are starting to practice a new kind of kitchen literacy, and what some of the things they're doing are shopping at farmers markets, which of course puts people in touch with farmers, gets them to start talking about where food comes from, how it's grown. More and more people are starting to buy organic foods. This is another kind of thing where people start to think about where it comes from, how it's grown. I think that those are some key ways that people are starting to do this. And once you start learning some things, your curiosity grows and you're drawn to learn more. Another thing that people are doing are joining subscription farms through community-supported agriculture. You know, they're signing up ahead of time, paying ahead of time money to a farmer, and then getting a share of food, fresh food, delivered all through the season. So this is another wonderful way that, people can have a much closer sense of awareness about where their food comes from and how it's made.
Even the supermarkets are changing their tune somewhat, though, too.
Yeah, more and more, I think supermarkets are becoming aware that consumers are concerned about where their foods come from. And so you'll see, for example, in the Portland area, there's a great supermarket chain that's really focused on bringing local foods into the city, and it enables people to make a choice of saying they want to support local farmers and have foods that are fresh. That's really fabulous and revolutionary, and it's not really happening, I don't think, a lot of other places just yet, but I think it will. It is sort of in style right now to be eating more local foods, and I think maybe more people are coming to it because it's in style, and hopefully as they start to learn more, they'll get in touch with more of the substance of that, and find the reward of knowing the person that's growing their food, or find that it's important to maybe think not only about shopping this at a farmer's market, but learning about farm or land use policy, because if they want to buy fresh local foods, they have to make sure that the farms that are nearby can stay in business. And so it gets you into thinking about a whole different set of things, and it's a very integrating experience. It's not just what tastes good anymore, it's this whole way of being in the world that's a little bit different.